Okay, guys, welcome. Thanks for stopping in with me right quick. Um, okay, first of all, I love this scripture. So if you were looking at that scripture, that has been one of the scriptures God has just used again and again in my life, that all things work together for my good. But if I'm honest, there's times where I kind of wonder if I really believe it. Like, I believe it in my head, but do I believe it in my heart? So I want to introduce you to Arlene. Arlene is an emotion code coach. And all that means, you guys, is that she is able to help you process emotions, sometimes the baggage from our past that we hold on to that keeps us from being able to move forward. And so I love her page. It's Release Your Baggage. I'll put a link to that in the chat. But I love that. She's been instrumental in helping me release things that have held me back. I love my counselors. I loved everything that I've done, but I will say, hands down, the inner healing has brought healing to my life. And so Arlene and I were just kind of chatting, and I said, like, I think this would be a great way for you guys to just kind of figure out, is this something that you need to kind of look into? But also, like, when we look at scripture, like, we get so used to seeing it all the time, but do we really believe that? So Arlene's going to walk me through, just like she would in a regular session, and we're going to look at this scripture and we're going to figure out, is my brain really believing that I believe that all things work together for my good? So Arlene, did I kind of sum that up good?
Yes, yes. Our subconscious brain knows way more than our conscious brain does, and we can forget about something in our conscious brain, or we can, So sometimes we got to dig deeper and ask that more knowing part of us if it's true.
Cool. So let's kind of show them, like, just kind of how you've walked me through a lot of this. And we'll do this, you guys, just as if we're doing a real session. Okay. So Arlene, take it away.
Okay. So since we're working virtually, I'm just going to ask if I can make a connection with Connie. That way I can test on myself for what her brain is saying. Okay. So can I make a connection with Connie? Yes, I can. So the first thing we're going to ask, you say it, Connie. What do you want to ask?
Do I really believe that all things work together for my good?
Okay. So I'm getting a muscle test and I'm getting a weak answer. So it's a no. Your conscious believes it. You've been raised to believe it, but something has happened in your past that has caused your brain to say, well, hold on a minute. So let's dig in right quick and see which emotion might be preventing you from fully 100% believing this statement.
Awesome.
So, okay, so there's this little chart I have, and you don't have to know what's on there, but it's broken up into little boxes, little cells for a quick way to find these emotions. So I'm just gonna ask right quick, is it in column A? Is it in column B? Is it an even row or an odd row? Okay, so now I found the box it's in. So is it conflict? Is it creative insecurity? Is it terror, unsupported, or wishy-washy? So we came up with an emotion of terror. Is there anything else we need to know about this emotion? And your subconscious says, no, all you need to know that it was an emotion of terror at some point in your life. So is there anything else we need to know? No. So then I'm just, to clear it, really and truly, only thing that clears these emotions is your intention. Our intention working together, where two or more working together, and I use a magnet to assist. And all the magnet does is work like a magnifying glass to just magnify that intention. So I'm gonna take this, and we're just gonna go right here 3 times, and we're just gonna picture in our head, however you need to picture, letting go of terror. whether it's putting in it a balloon and letting it fly away, whether it's dumping it into Jesus' hands and letting him take it away. However you need to picture this, you picture it. The intention is to let it go. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now we're just going to ask, did this emotion of terror clear? And I'm getting a very strong yes. So now let's say that statement again, and let's see if it tests positive this time.
So I believe that all things work together for my good.
And this time I'm getting a very strong yes. Now that statement is truth for you.
And you can totally feel a difference. So when Arlene and I, because we schedule quite often, when we do this, so what I picture is just Jesus holding this garbage bag, and on this brick I write terror, and I throw the brick into the garbage bag, and then I just see him, like, he throws it into like an ocean, and it's gone. But you guys, like, I always, like, every time we do this, like, I feel lighter, because I know how scared I've been. Like, God has called me into a new season, into a new place. And with that comes a lot of fear. And so some of you guys are walking that same path, and you think, oh, I just put it out of my mind. But your body doesn't let you do that. Like, your body is like, you're replaying that again and again in your head, and it's stuck there. So once you can unstick it, throw it away, then you can move on and you can move past things. Go ahead.
No, my camera was going down, 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 down. So I just told her to raise it back.
We have a videographer helping us there.
I'm not slouching over trying. I had a good helper today. My granddaughter Leah was holding the camera.
So, but yeah, I think that for any of you guys where you feel like, if you're having here's when I know I need to schedule with Arlene. If I'm having some of the same thoughts or the same feelings, then I know that there's something that God's trying to deal with that I can't seriously figure out how to release it. I mean, I can muscle test and do, but sometimes you need somebody else to kind of walk you through that. You need a coach to do that. And so it's just been amazing to be able to release a ton of verbal abuse from a mother, words that, employers or other people have spoken over you that, just like, if you can't release that, like if you keep going back to that scenario or that moment in time, then you've got some emotions that are stuck there. And the cool thing is, like, how long did that take? Like 2 minutes? Like, it's just being able to release that and say, we're done. I'm done with that. So,
Right.
Arlene, what's the best way to get a hold of you? And I'll put a link to your page, but
You can just, right now, I'm really trying to get my scheduling calendar set up. I'm just struggling with this whole technological thing, but that's going to be set up real soon. And so until then, just send me a message through Release the Baggage. Just send me a message saying that you would like more information or you want to schedule an appointment, and I will get back with you as quick as I possibly can.
And how the sessions are normally 30 minutes long, right?
Yes. I do 30-minute sessions because your mind is willing to work pretty fast when it knows it has a time limit. And we don't want to just drag it on. We want to clear as much as we possibly can in that time limit. And so if we just set that intention when we start that we have 30 minutes to work and we're going to get rid of everything that needs to be released at that time, then the brain cooperates very well.
That's so cool. So cool. I highly recommend it, you guys. Highly recommend just walking through and releasing that. So I hope this was helpful. If you want more of this, okay, if you want us to come back on and address a few other things, I'm happy to do that. just let me know in Messenger, okay? Say you want more of this type video, so that tell us what you're needing, okay, to kind of help you get to the next place, okay? So you guys, thank you, and again, go check out Arlene's page. I'll put a link in there to do that. But you guys, please, I would just say to you, like, don't stay where you're at, okay? There's so much on the other side that God has for you, and He is just asking you to release and let go of some things to be able, because we have to be able to let go of stuff for Him to bring more stuff in. There's only a certain capacity that our brain and body can handle. So you got to release it. Okay, ladies? Okay, we will talk to you guys later.